All right, you clicked on this video because you want to learn what to put in your first aid kit, because a lot of the store-bought ones are just a bunch of plastic and 30,000 Band-Aids and nothing else. And this is a comprehensive first aid kit that I have spent years putting together and perfecting, and I want to show you my secrets today. This is the Outdoor Anthony channel, and here is how to build your own first aid kit. You're probably like, how does he know how to make a first aid kit? I have been a wilderness first responder for many years. Not only have I guided trips and used this stuff to make sure people are okay.
What you doing there, Anthony?
I'm picking ticks off my nutsack. But also, I've gone to a lot of countries where there are not emergency medical services, and you have to rely on what you brought from home. I just had to deal with this in South Africa. Then you have to rely on what you brought only. Real quick, before I get into first aid, it's all about prevention. And the number one thing that people hurt when they're out in the backcountry is their feet. They roll their ankles. They have blisters. And so today's video sponsor is ViboBarefoot. They have a nice wide toe box with incredible grip, so non-slipping. And on top of that, they have a low to the earth profile. That way you can feel the earth when you're adventuring around. So thank you, Vivo. I got discounts in the bio. All right, I want to start with just something that you can get at Walmart, which is a waterproof sack. You can see that I wrote first aid on it. And then on the back, it has my information, Anthony, and my phone number, the dates that I've created this. That way they can see if there's any kind of medication in the bag. And then I also have a smaller Ziploc bag that goes inside of this for any smaller items like this medication you can see here. So we're gonna start this way and work down that way, and no prioritized order. But this is probably the least prioritized thing that you should bring. This is a semi-transparent permeable dressing. This is good for like sucking wounds, for sucking chest wounds and such. It's a very sexy thing to bring around. I gotta say, unless you're doing insane stuff, most people will never use this in their life. However, I've had people that have used this. So you can check it out. It's called a transparent semi-permeable dressing. It's just part of the bandages. More bandages. I have a bunch of Moleskins, blister resistant Moleskins. Some alcohol prep pads, of course, are gonna be awesome. And then Band-Aids of all different shapes and sizes. Now, my secret is that I like to bring Band-Aids that are kid-friendly, because honestly, the people that are gonna want Band-Aids are gonna be children. So saying, hey, I've got you a Magic Car Band-Aid is gonna be pretty fun. Or let's see, do I have another one that's rad? Oh, this one's a Gengar. Dude, I would want that one. That one's sick. I also really like to bring butterflies. These are really nice for stabilizing cuts that are really deep. And especially like when I almost chopped my thumb off a couple months ago, you can see that scar there. I used these like crazy to make sure that my finger was working well. Next, cortisone cream. They actually sponsored me a while ago, so I bought a bunch of it, but it's been super nice. I personally am immune to poison oak and ivy, but this is great for bug bites. This is good for any kind of stinging nettle. You probably have been looking at this, but yeah, this is a condom. Condoms are interesting because they are waterproof, very elastic items that you can bring around. You can put your hand in one to make sure that your hand's waterproof if you've got a cut. Also, it's a condom for the sake of being a condom. It's good to have in a first aid kit for any reason. All right, moving down our list here. You can see this smattering of medications. I can't legally tell you to put anything in your bag that you use for other people if they're medications for you, right? So I'm gonna tell you what these are for me, okay? These are for me. These are muscle relaxers, and these are ibuprofens. Now, for me personally, if I tweak my neck in the backcountry, if I hurt my back in day 5 of a 10-day trip, these are really helpful. Maybe it was me, maybe it wasn't me, but somebody tweaked their neck very badly, and they were very thankful. I was very thankful that we had some muscle relaxers around. I'm gonna come close. This is my secret weapon when it comes to medical first aid. No matter what the situation, please always have athletic tape, okay? Please put that in your brain, okay? Medical tape is rad because you can use it for so many different things. You can twist it up and make it into cordage. You can make it, you can wrap ankles with it. You can make it into bandages. You can tie things to other things. It's just a really good multi thing to have. I honestly carry multiple rolls in my bag every time I camp. Medical tape, athletic tape. I prefer athletic tape. It sticks a bit better. Great, just some elastic bandage is really awesome to have. In case you don't want to keep using athletic tape, you can use this to wrap your ankle, wrap your wrists, stabilize any kind of wounds. This is awesome, but once it gets dirty, once there's any blood on it, chuck it, throw it out, get new stuff. These are really awesome. Wound closure strips. So they're just really, really long lines that you can take off. And I used a lot of these to stabilize long lacerations, long cuts in my body, to get ready to get stitches. When I went to the actual doctor, after I dressed it all up, she went, "Oh my God, you did a really good job." And I was like, "Do you actually really need to stitch this?" And she goes, "No, but I took it off already, so we're gonna stitch it." I'm like, "Oh, This is incredible." So these are tweezers. Something very, very special about these tweezers. It's also a flashlight. So as you're picking at things, you actually have an illuminated center that you can pick with. If you can find a flashlight tweezer, buy 11 of them. I had ticks on me. I had cactus on me when I was in South Africa a couple weeks ago. This tweezer was absolutely incredible, okay? So get tweezers with lights on it. These are good for making sure that your wounds are bandaged and the bandages stay on. So get yourself a razor, put it in your first aid kit. Chapstick, just bring chapstick. I've gone so many days without chapstick and it has hurt when I was in the backcountry. This is a medical item. Bring chapstick. Do you understand? Okay, bring chapstick. Of course, anytime you're dealing with a wound, you wanna make sure that you're sanitized. Now, these are kind of redundant because you wanna make sure that your hands are sanitized, and then you also wanna make sure that your gloves are sterile. Make sure they're not latex gloves. So many people are allergic to latex and you do not wanna add to the problem if they're hurt. Last, but certainly not least, and I kind of left this last for a reason, gauze pads. Gauze pads are really great because they're sterile pads that you can shove into wounds, you can wrap around wounds. I was using this on rhinos a month ago. A lot of people think, oh, I can use handkerchiefs, I can use clothing to stuff wounds. And yeah, you can, but these are sterile. You want to minimize any kind of infection and problem when you're trying to do first aid in the backcountry. Gauze pads are incredible. All right, small bag, I'm gonna put some medications. Also, anything that you don't want immediately exposed, things that need to be sterile, I would double redundantly waterproof them. So that's good. The semi-permeable dressing, good. All the bandages and the alcohol prep pads. And then everything else, cortisone cream, this, the condom. These are loose and I'm not a huge fan of that. However, I don't need to put these in the waterproofing because I don't want to. Beautiful. Now, realistically, I probably should have put those gloves inside of the waterproof bag as well to keep them a little bit more sterile. But, folks, if I had to go on a 10-day trip, this would be my bag. What I would add to this, if I had to do a trip more than, let's say, 3 days, is a couple extra rolls of athletic tape, if I'm being honest. Other than that, this will keep you and your immediate surroundings safe. Got it? Also, one other item I forgot to bring is a Sharpie. So when you have a Sharpie, it's great because if someone's unconscious and they had some medications in their system and they passed out, and you maybe have to transfer that person to another caretaker, write on their forehead, write on their hand what the medications were, what time they took. A Sharpie is a first responder's best friend. Before we wrap up, I do want to give a shout out to make sure that you avoid the injuries before you get to this point. A lot of that is foot health, and ViboBarefoot is an incredible shoe. Check out the description below. I've got some discounts for you. I wear them constantly for this exact reason. So thank you, ViboBarefoot. All right, lovely. I'm OutdoorAnthony. Go get yourself a first aid kit and make it. It's super easy. Everything in here probably combined, $100 tops, all right? And you'll have it for years to come. Awesome. Make sure you don't feel scared to go outside and have an adventure. I'm OutdoorAnthony. I'll see you guys out in the woods.